Good morning. It's the Call Flow Radio Show, and you're on the air.
Well, good morning, everybody. Yes, a little voice, shall we say, from the weekend. Chris Brochon with you for the first part of your Call Flow Show. Been a good while since I have been behind the board. We've got some special guests in here for you this morning. Some great stuff to talk about. And I have with me three lovely young ladies. How are you this morning?
Good. How are you?
I'm
Good. Wonderful to have you all here. They are all students of Longwood's theater program, and our opening show of the new season, the Revolutionists. And this is 75% of the cast, right?
Yes.
All right. 4 women, so it's an all-women show written by
Lauren
Gunderson, a woman author, very popular female playwright. But there's an interesting dichotomy here. Our show takes place during the bloody French Revolution, but it's a comedy. So how do we explain that?
I think a lot of people can relate to sometimes in times of immense stress,
Mm.
we turn to comedy to make everything better.
Good
And
point.
This is definitely a show where we do that.
Well, let us all introduce ourselves. None of you are strangers. People will have heard your voices at least once before from previous shows on Call Flow. We'll go seniority.
Okay. Hello, my name is Rain Bentz, and this show I am playing Marie Antoinette.
Marie Antoinette.
Hello, my name is Camden Arkestein. In this show, I'm playing Olympe de Gouges.
A historical figure many of you probably have never heard of.
Hello, my name is Angel Lambeso, and I'll be playing Charlotte Corday.
Don't give her a knife. Hopefully you get that joke. If not, you can Google it later. So you all have been working on this for a while, and it's interesting now since our fourth member is not here. She plays the character who is the only one not definitively based on an actual historical person. It's kind of an amalgamation character. Mm-hmm. So correct me if I'm wrong, but is this the first time where each of you have played an actual individual, not a fictional character?
Yes,
Yes.
this is definitely
Alright.
my first time.
That sounds correct.
So how have you approached that role different? If it was a character that in your head you're kind of creating, here now this was a real person you're trying to become.
Definitely. And I feel like with other shows, when the character is purely based on fiction, you only really have material to draw from the script or what the playwright has said about this character. But one thing that's been different that I've really enjoyed about this is that you can get online and research the character. A lot of character choices that you make can come from what you find about the actual historical information that you find.
Right.
We also are very lucky to have 2 dramaturgs
I was
for
gonna
this
say.
show, and so they're always open and welcome to answering any questions that we have, which I think is an immense joy.
And I think with a historic, well, it's not a historic play per se, but when there are historic details like your characters, having a dramaturg is really helpful.
Yeah.
Right? And since one of our 2 dramaturgs is also, Rain served double duty,
Yes.
let's talk about that. A lot of people may not know the role of a dramaturg. So what is that?
So for this show, it can be different depending on what show you do, but for our show specifically, our dramaturgs, we are collecting research about the French Revolution, the time, the people, what was going on, to really give our actors context and to make sure everything we're doing is historically accurate as we can be with a comedic show about the French Revolution. But it's been a lot of research digging into different characters. We found a lot of good information on kind of what characters or people that Queen was based off of.
Right.
Marie Antoinette, because she isn't a real character. She is an amalgamation of
Right.
Haitian revolutionists, which were very real and very active during the time of the French
Oh,
Revolution.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's been really interesting kind of looking into that ourselves and finding how the information comes together. And it kind of gives me a peek into what the playwright was thinking, connecting all of these things together. So it's been really interesting.
Now, there's something else that we've never done before, so you all are getting to experience for the first time with this show. and that is our stage is designed on a round table, like a lazy Susan, that actually spins and moves and creates different scenes. And we're going to use that through the entire season. So it'll be interesting to see how it develops over shows. How have you found working with that as opposed to, when you break a stage into small vignettes of sets? How does that affect your blocking and how you're doing things? Or does it?
It's really nice to be able to have a platform, because the turntable, it kind of takes us up a level, and then there's a staircase on it as well, and then Madame Guillotine at the top. But it's been interesting working with that in the set, because it really is center stage, like right in the middle. It's kind of a visual, like, oh, we're here now when you're standing in this section of the stage, you're in this other part at this section. But the turntable kind of gives us the chance to almost foreshadow the guillotine throughout the whole entire show. So it's visible the entire time.
Right.
And that kind of reminds you, oh, the characters are thinking about their, impending doom every second of this show.
Well, considering your historical characters, it really was. It was always kind of looming over your shoulder, this specter of death, so to speak.
Yes.
Interesting. Well, what other aspects have been different for y'all doing this show than others? Because all of you have done a fair amount now, at least more than one at Longwood. So what are you seeing? What might be different in this from previous?
I would say for me specifically, I've never done a show where the costumes were so to the period. We have a costumer that's actually hand making all of our costumes for us and our characters, and I really am enjoying seeing their creative liberties with it, because they're putting it to the French Revolution, but they're also catering it to our characters specifically and like our personalities and what we do. So I will say that's one of my favorite parts of this show, just to see the costumes make the characters come alive.
Yeah. And that's I should say, that's Emma Masaitis. Emma was a graduate of the theater program at Longwood, and first time she's been the costume designer. She's headed up the costume shop and worked a lot. So this has been a big thing. I've seen some of her ideas for the costumes, although I have not seen any of them complete. So I'm really looking forward to how beautiful they are. I'm sure they'll be gorgeous, and they'll be the next ones to go in the display cabinet in our lobby when we swap those out. So I'm trying to think of the fact that what I find interesting, because I have now read the play, but I never come to rehearsals or tech. I see it when it's finally all done, so I really get to enjoy it from that way. But it's interesting to me, the three of your characters, historically, as well as the way that Gunderson had put them in the play itself. They're very different women. Your personalities, your upbringings, all of that, very, very different. Yet the three of you have this bond. And to me, I think that's the core of this. Do you feel that?
I definitely agree. I think that a big thing within this script, and I mean beyond even like the talk of women's rights within the script, is the fact that all of these real women, or women that were based on real people, are bonded together in this time of, I mean, it's the French Revolution.
Yeah.
It's a time of despair. It's kind of crazy time, of course. But I feel like even within how different they are as people, there is always this sort of force uniting them, and it's like just the togetherness of being women getting through this period. You might be, the former Queen of France, or you might be an assassin or something like that. But, I mean, regardless of how different you are, there is something tying you all together, because you were all, at the end of the day, here for the same reason.
Right. And have you found that from the historical aspect, having worked so close, being that it's an all-female cast, and you all have so many different scenes together, that aspect of it has kind of transposed among you all as individuals? Do you feel maybe closer having done this show?
I would say so.
There's a
Definitely,
bond
yeah.
now created.
Yeah, definitely. I would say that through rehearsals and everything, it is, with such a small cast show, you're going to be on top of each other all the time. And thankfully, all of us already know each other because we did 12 Angry Jurors
Right.
together last fall. But it's been really nice to get to know like everybody on a deeper level, and as they're discovering their characters, I love watching other actors discover what they can do, and that is something that Professor Spees is very good at pulling out of people. So it's always a joy to watch him work and kind of learn about my fellow actors a little bit as we go along.
I was hoping that was the case. I think for me, if I was in a show like that, that's what just you hope naturally happens, and I'm glad to know that it was. As you mentioned, Professor Bruce Spees is directing the show. He'll be directing Glass Menagerie next semester, so we're looking forward to that. We need to mention the show opens a week from tomorrow, the 1st of October. Yeah. And a perfect show, too, I think, for this time of year.
Definitely.
As people see, they'll see how that kind of plays into everything, too. So, yeah, October 1st, Thursday the 2nd, Friday the 3rd, and Saturday the 4th at 7 p.m., and then our 2 p.m. matinee on Sunday the 5th, our typical calendar. Tickets are still available, although there are a couple nights that are, there's 2 nights that are almost close to being sold out. Last time I looked. You can buy tickets online. Simply go to longwood.edu/box office, or you can actually go to the box office, which is in the new, the JPB as they call it, which is that new big arena basketball venue. The box office open from 10 to 4, and I am happy to announce for many of our folks that our box office in C-Stack will be open to sell tickets 1 hour prior to every performance, as long as we've got seats available. We haven't had that for a while. We're happy to have that back. So please come and join us. Now, is there anything else that maybe we didn't touch on, I guess without giving away too many spoilers, that which if people know their history, they already probably can guess a lot already. But anything else that you think we should share? Other than come see the show, you're going to love it.
I think you should be ready for some surprises. I think, like,
That's a good-
myself,
yeah.
when looking at it, there were a lot of surprising things that I wasn't expecting, and I really enjoyed, so.
Yeah. I personally will say, having read this show, I want to read more of her shows.
Yes, definitely.
I really enjoyed her style, too. I think she's, based on this, probably a fantastic playwright.
Yes.
So maybe we'll do more Lauren Gundersons down the road.
That would
Sounds
be
great to us.
It would be great. I mean, the program is female heavy,
Yes.
and she does write very much to a, I'll say, feminist point of view.
Yes.
It's very strong female characters.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. For me, that's the best. I love to watch you as students grow over the 4 years while you're here. See you as freshmen and go, oh, you know, there's some chops there. Let's see what happens. And sometimes some of you grow very quickly, and it's like all of a sudden, wow. And it's wonderful, because I will say the greatest compliment that I ever received on stage, and I think it's probably the greatest that anyone could say about an actor, is if they know you and they come to see you in a show, and afterwards they say, I forgot it was you.
Yep.
Yes.
Then you've really sold that role. And there have been times, I will say, and I've said this to the public before, you need to come and see these kids, because they are damn good. You guys really are. And part of that is your dedication to your education. Part of that is the theater faculty. They push you,
Yes.
especially in your roles and in your performances. I'm sure they do the same in the classrooms, but I know they do on stage.
Yes.
And it has been wonderful to see a lot of you grow. Rain, especially, I've been watching you now for 4 years, and it has been a wonderful journey. And the two of you, even in just the year that you have been here, I could see a difference from when you did Gelvang Jurors at the beginning to as we've gotten. So I am personally looking forward to it. It brings me a lot of joy to see it since I don't go on the stage anymore. It's great to kind of live through y'all. So please come join us. Again, the Revolutionists, it opens next Wednesday through Saturday at 7 p.m. and then 2 p.m. on the 5th of October. Longwood.edu/box office, or head over there and get your tickets. You will laugh your head off.
Yes.
That is true.
Yes,
That's
you
my
will.
little
Yes, you
inside
will.
joke.
So will I.
Yeah, well,
So will most of us.
in respects to most of you, right? All right, we will return you now to your regular call flow program, and we hope to see you at the theater.
Ever tried balancing a dozen eggs in one hand while hopping on one foot? Or maybe juggling cats while riding the unicycle? Sounds ridiculous, right? But guess what? That's exactly what texting while driving is like. Your human brain only has the capacity to focus on one thing at a time. So when you're behind the wheel, give driving your undivided attention.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
And we are back to the Call Flow Show. Noah Messarge with you, and also the one and only John Staten, who is slowly running to the microphone at this time. You're unmuted. Okay. Yeah, John, how you doing this morning, man? Are you excited for this Longwood play? It sounds fairly interesting. You know, it's what do you think, John? Got your headphones set up already?
All plays are dramatic.
Well, no, that would be true. No, that would be true. Yeah. So, John, how's your day going so far? You came in a huff.
Still too early to tell.
Yeah. Too
So far,
early
so
to
good.
tell.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, our phone lines are open now. You can call into the show at 434-394-0924. That's the number to call into the Call Flow radio show. And like I said before, it is September 23rd, John. This month is about to end here fairly shortly. Do you have any big October plans? October,
October.
There's a whole host of events happening. Yom Kippur is happening. I definitely didn't say that right. But also Halloween as well. October's
Hallows Eve. Yes.
Hallows Eve, yes. Do you still go trick-or-treating, right? I could have sworn I saw you last year with a bag of candy. Yeah, right? That's the thing you do still, right? You do that still?
Sure. I do
Yeah.
it, yeah.
What were some of the costumes you dressed up as when you were a youngster, as they call them? Batman, I think, was a pretty common one for like 80s and 90s,
I
right?
think one
Like-
year I was Batman, yeah.
And then another year I can see you being like an Irishman,
No, I was a bum once.
You were a bum?
Yes.
What did you wear? Just your regular clothes? Sorry.
Yep. Well, we dressed like you.
Okay. Wow.
There was a picture of you, and I said, I want to look like that
That's
guy.
a low blow right there.
Well,
My
you,
goodness,
you give
John.
and you receive. I mean,
Oh, yeah, you get what you give.
yeah. I'm a big believer in, giving. and
Take not
receiving.
whatnots.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Whatnot. Yeah. Anyways, John. So, yeah. Are you?
I want to dress like that guy.
Yeah. So that's exactly how I talk.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I sound. Very nasally, very
Are you
congested.
feeling anything of the effects of the weather yet?
I'm feeling the effects of the coffee I drank this morning.
Oh, what's that mean?
I mean, I'm feeling good, John. I had I had been getting
Have to go to
those
the little boys' room or something
shaken espressos.
like that. Shaken, not stirred.
Is shaken
Oh,
my espresso shaken, not stirred.
I find it hard to believe that you don't drink coffee. Like, I just don't know how people don't drink coffee. I just
I
feel
don't
like
know why
everybody
people
drinks
don't drink soda. I just,
People do. I love soda, but like that's like a dinner kind of drink with me. It's actually better.
every day's dinner.
I heard it's better to drink soda with a meal versus drinking it during the day, because at least with a meal there's a barrier between your teeth and the food, and like you're drinking it with food, dinner. So I heard it's a lot healthier for your teeth. And the only reason why I know this is Katie, obviously, but versus just popping down sodas left and right during the day, which again, I got no shame. Hey John, like you do you, man. But like, coffee is just such a. I feel like America runs on coffee. John. Like, if we didn't have coffee,
logo to some
American
place,
runs
like Dunkin' Donuts
Yeah.
or something.
So, but you don't like the taste, right? Is that
It's
right?
not
It's the taste.
It's got a couple of things going against it.
Okay. I'd
don't-
like to hear all of those individually.
I don't want to grab something warm right off the bat. Unless I'm extremely cold.
Yes.
Then I wouldn't mind something like a cup of coffee.
Do you know? Are you familiar with iced coffee?
But even that doesn't sound appealing to
Okay,
me.
so you don't want something
So I think
warm
it goes back then
off
to the
bat, yeah.
taste. It needs to be somewhat sweet, and if I want something cold and sweet, there's already an invention called soda, and I go for that, as opposed to let's make this coffee as much soda-like as I possibly can.
Yeah.
Just go straight to the source.
Is that it? Just those two things, or is there another one? I feel like you have
not really.
at least 3 points, right? The taste,
Yeah, you have to work extra hard to get it to where it's not bitter.
the temperature.
The temperatures, like I said, now if I'm cold,
Different
yes,
story.
Give me
Yeah.
coffee. It's sort of like ice cream. Some people eat ice cream year round.
Yeah.
I'm more of a when it's warm I'll eat ice cream, but when we're like freezing to death in the winter,
Yeah.
I don't really need ice cream.
I have a friend who has like a lot of ice cream in his freezer at all times, almost like an absurd amount. Like about the same amount of ice cream a restaurant would have in its freezer. You know what I mean? Like
that much.
yeah. So this guy
Various
stocks
kinds
up.
or just one type?
No, a couple of kinds. This guy, but he, I do know these people who enjoy ice cream every night. Doesn't matter what the temperature is outside. It's
I know the type too. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's how I am.
So it's the taste, it's the temperature of coffee, it's the consistency.
Well, it's like if it was a hot summer day. I don't want stew. I don't want I don't want something hot per se, but so much. I want something a little cooler.
But you get your energy from elsewhere. So does that mean in the wintertime, because soda is usually consumed at a cooler temperature, do you only go towards the hot drinks?
No, it just means I'm more. I will allow to have one every so often.
Do you heat up your Coca-Cola in the wintertime
No, I don't.
on a stove and pour it in like a little teacup? No. Okay.
No, I don't.
All right.
Soda's year round for me.
Okay.
It's the stuff that's seasonal is the warmer stuff.
Seasonal is the problem. And with that said, it is 8:30, John, so we got to hop to the business at the bottom of the hour. So we're going to go ahead and start reading that now.
At the hop. That's going to be your new theme song.
And we're going to first start off with the weather. And the weather is being brought to you by Harold W. Collins Clearing and Grading, located at 2113 Cumberland Road in Farmville.
Harold W. Collins Clearing and Grading has been helping to build Southside and Central Virginia since 1960, providing all excavation, general contracting, and hauling needs. 5 miles north of Farmville, 2113 Cumberland Road, at the intersection of 45 and Range Tavern Road. Call 392-6010 or stop by Harold W. Collins Clearing and Grading.
Now look at your weather forecast for today. Starting off, we have a slight chance of showers, possible thunderstorms after 2 p.m. Mostly sunny with a high around 85 and southwest winds around 3 to 7 miles an hour. In the afternoon tonight, partly cloudy skies with a low around 63. Wednesday, a chance of showers, possible thunderstorms after 2 p.m. Partly sunny with a high around 84 degrees. Light southwest winds likely, and chance of precipitation is at 30%. Wednesday night, a chance of showers, possible thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a low around 67. And Thursday, a chance of showers once again. We might be getting some rain this weekend. It looks like this. Possible thunderstorms likely with a high around 83 degrees in Farmville. Currently, right now in Farmville, your temperature outside, it is 65 degrees out right now with fair skies. Humidity is at 96%. Wind speed, south winds around 3 miles an hour, and barometer reading 30.05 in downtown Farmville. It's going to wrap it up for the weather forecast once again. This edition of the weather brought to you by Harold W. Collins Clearing and Grading, located at 2113 Cumberland Road in Farmville. You can give them a call today at 434-392-6010. And now time for your birthday calendar. And the birthday calendar being brought to you by Creative Electrical Contractors, located at 1907 East 3rd Street in Farmville.
Creative Electrical Contractors specializes in commercial and industrial projects and offers quality work at competitive prices. CEC is a licensed Class A contractor in Virginia and North Carolina. Creative Electrical Contractors has been in business for 25 years, still committed to the values that were established when the company opened in 1998. Integrity, quality workmanship, and timely delivery. CEC, located at 1907 East 3rd Street, Farmville. You can contact CEC at 434-392-3802 or at creative-electrical.com.
All right, it's John's favorite time. John, why don't you go ahead and take those birthdays away? Take them away, run with them,
and the birthdays are coming for you. All right, for today, Tuesday, September 23rd, Teresa Simmons having a birthday today, as well as
Teresa?
Teresa Simmons. Wow. Not related to Gene, I don't think. Josh Knight, Kitty Dews having a birthday today. Got two anniversaries, Hannah and Sean Osborne having an anniversary today, as well as Joshua and Sarah. I'm going to go with Loftus, Loftus, or Loftus.
Okay. Go ahead.
Are you pointing at someone? Right. I think that's it.
All right. Well, John, tell people how they can get those birthdays to us.
Well, you can send them to birthdays at WFLO.net. That includes the anniversaries.
Yeah.
We don't exclude those.
Yep. You can call in also 434-394-0924 or go on our website under the On Air Mentions page. You can submit birthdays directly from our website. John, thank you so much. It looks like we might have a little fender bender right outside the WFLO studio. A car just parked outside, and some people stepping out and talking. Obviously, it looks like they might be exchanging information. I don't know too much about what's happening out there, but it's there's stuff like that happens. I once was stopped at a red light, John, in Farmville at Lowe's. Are you okay? I'm here. I was once stopped at a red light, and I'm just chilling at the red light. It's red. The light, I cannot go, and I'm sitting there. I'm just drinking my coffee because it was the morning. And John, I swear, the next thing I know, I'm being shoved forward at least 3 feet. And I immediately turn around. A car slammed into me. Didn't damage my bumper. And he apologized, but I still wanted his information. I did get it, but it didn't do anything. I just wanted to have the threat of being I might do something. You know what I mean, John? Because that's pretty messed up. But yeah.
Our sign survived, by the way.
Oh well, that's
it's
good.
It's still upright.
That's great. That's great. But a little fender bender outside the WFLO studio. That reporting live from the scene, John. All right.
I remember some years back when it was the person running into the light, and that's just down this way. And I remember the traffic being backed up from that, and looking out that same very window you just looked out and said, "What's going on here?
What's happening?" I think we can do a little reporting live real fast. Are you ready, John? Here we go. John Staten reporting live. I know that's the weather.
It's Noah Messarge, and I see a fender bender here on the street here, and we tried talking to some people excuse me, sir, what happened here?
Go away, don't bother me.
Okay, well, that's Noah Messarge, and I'm broadcasting live from the sidewalk here at WFLO Studios. Please stay tuned for whatever other adventures I might have going on when I host the talentless night show and whatever else I'm doing. Comedy shows.
That was beautiful, John.
I like cooking.
I like cooking. No, I don't sound like that. Look, John. Honestly, I don't. I mean,
you don't.
No. It's ridiculous. This is a mockery. This is this is Chicanery.
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 There's a word you don't hear much.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's one of the best.
Yeah.
So, John, how's it going with you? How are you holding up with this weather change? I know the weather change is a big deal for you.
I noticed it this morning as I was talking that
it's already affected you.
Well, it's this hint of congestion.
Yeah.
Not much, but just I'm noticing.
So you're actually starting to sound more like me with the nasal congestion.
Yeah, but that means, I don't sound like it all the time.
Well, sucks to be you.
No, it doesn't.
And by the way, our phone lines are wide open.
Wide open.
That's the number to call in, 434-394-0924. You can give that number a ring, or you can give that number to a friend and just tell them to call in, Give
it to an enemy.
It's a great, an enemy. You can just you could just write it down on a piece of paper and, throw it out your window and hope somebody finds it. But that's the number to talk to us on the Call Flow show. John Staten and I are here till 9 o'clock, not p.m., only a.m. We're not doing a 12-hour show, unfortunately, not today, but we have talked about that.
We're on in the a.m., but we're on a.m. as well.
Yeah. We're also on the p.m. as well.
When?
The p.m., the afternoon.
Oh, P.S. OS2. XJ.
Are you okay, John?
I don't
okay?
know. I have
You feeling
no idea.
well? Did you take your vitamins this morning?
My vitamins?
Yeah.
I took vitamin D. Yes.
You take vitamin D?
Yeah.
Interesting. Does that help you?
I guess.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
I went to a doctor once and was deficient in vitamin D. Pretty drastically deficient. Drastically is probably not the best word.
Jurassic Park?
But I mean, he was like, you were severely deficient. Your normal range is between 50 and 60, and then he had the range, and I was at 19, 20. I was way off the beaten path, and he was
19, 20.
And basically, I was like, oh, that makes sense because I've been feeling my bones crack a lot more and pop, and when I would go to jiu-jitsu, which I plan getting back to, but I would do it quite regularly, and I some guy actually stopped rolling with me, and he was like, hey man, I don't know if you know this or not, but your bones are cracking every time you move. I can hear
Your bones go, let's get cracking.
Yeah. So I don't know how my bones are doing right now, but I hope they're doing well. I haven't noticed any odd cracking, any suspicious cracking. But John,
Is it your knees, your back? What?
No, my back, my shoulder, my knees. Mm-hmm. My back, my shoulder, my knees. But John, we were talking about a little fender bender outside, but they fixed. They dealt with it. But
each other's information.
Do you have a fender bender story that you would like to talk about? Maybe with a fun car, maybe a Mustang or something.
No, that wasn't fun at all.
Oh, so what?
That wasn't fun.
What do you mean?
That wasn't fun.
But you did have something like that happen?
Yeah, it was close to where I lived.
Oh, what happened?
Well, I pulled out, even though somebody was waving me through, and
Yep.
this other car got impatient, took the middle lane, and I probably shouldn't talk about it for
legal reasons,
ramifications and whatnot. Since I didn't end up. Well, I guess you could say there was a big payout that happened, though I was the one that got hit. So there you go.
Do you want to get into this day in history, John?
Sure.
I see
What
a
happened
good
on
one.
this day?
One of my favorite people to walk the planet.
I thought you were going with to walk the plank.
Walk the plank. He did.
My favorite person to walk the plank.
Yeah, he did die, but not by the plank. 1939. Sigmund Freud, the founder of modern psychoanalysis, died in London. So he died today.
He lost his mind.
No, he just died.
Oh.
he was old, and I don't know. He did abuse a lot of substances, which is talked about. Usually,
Interesting. So the guy that's telling everybody else what they should be doing, he died of what?
he just died of natural causes. But he did use a lot of substances. But you got to understand, this was a time where they were putting cocaine and Coca-Cola and people didn't understand
like Coke and a smile.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, people didn't really understand like the full effects of the things that they were using. So at this time, he was actually very positive about the effects of cocaine, being like this could be helpful to treat people with. But later they found out that this is a very addictive property, and yada yada. But yeah, he was he had a lot of interesting theories. I don't agree with most of them, but like he was an interesting guy, for sure.
You don't agree with a lot of his stuff.
Not a lot. No, I mean I've tried to get into Freud. I was more of a Jung kind of guy, Carl Jung, but also
the Marxist.
No, Carl Jung, the psychoanalysis. He was trained under Sigmund Freud's leadership, if you will, and they ended up having a parting of ways. Almost like a fork in the road, to where Carl Jung believed there was more to life than just sexual desire, because that's a lot of what Sigmund Freud talked about. He was like, everything's driven by sex, but Carl Jung was more being like, I don't think so. And so they had a falling out, if you will, which is interesting. And then I think Freud maybe did some bad mouthing about Jung, because, like, again, Freud really trusted in his, he was like, oh, I'm training up, the next me, basically. But anyways, enough with that talk. We got to talk about this, John.
All right.
The American film Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid had its world premiere and became a Western classic, especially noted for the pairing of Paul Newman and Robert Redford as the outlaws, and that was in 1969. When I think of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, I don't think of it as a Western. Is that weird?
Why don't you?
Well, I know it's like in the West, but it's more of I think about more of the characters, I guess, and less where they were, Westerns to me is a lot of gunslinging. It felt more about like this movie, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, was more about these two guys, really. Less about like the damage that they were causing and the, the robberies that they were doing. I don't know. I just don't think of it as a Western outlaw kind of film. I mean, it is definitely an outlaw film, but when I think of Western, I think of like Gunsmoke or like name a Western. I don't know, like something like that.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so maybe I'm just
a lot to that movie that I didn't realize just from the casting alone. At one point, I mean, if you want to believe these things that you read, could all be just, stuff that was sort of made up and built up to be something. But supposedly that movie was going to have Paul Newman and Steve McQueen, supposedly. And the problem lied in who was going to play which part. At one point, Paul Newman was up for Sundance Kid, if you believe the hearsay and stuff like that. Because Redford at the time would have still been, I wouldn't say unknown, but he would have been still kind of a newer, younger actor at that point in time.
Definitely.
And so that movie definitely catapulted him into stardom, I dare say, and made his face very recognizable. And but and then there's other things about that movie. So the female, Catherine Ross character, well, that's her actual name. Supposedly she got in trouble on set. I don't remember what it was exactly. I don't know if it was one of those things where she was looking into one of the cameras, not on film, not meaning the camera's pointing at her. I meant looking behind one of the cameras, kind of thing. And I don't know if the director didn't like that. It was something, and so I think he chastised her for that or something like that. The other interesting thing is her husband, who she's married now, which would be Sam Elliott. He's in the film.
I was going to bring this up.
Yeah, go ahead.
No. I mean, I don't. You probably know more, but I was looking under the cast of the film, and I see Sam Elliott as card player number 2.
But you don't see him in the final film because they basically cut out that part. You would have seen him.
Wow.
It would have been the scene at the beginning when Paul Newman's character Butch, he's checking out the bank at the very beginning of the film, and then he goes to retrieve Sundance, who's in a saloon gambling, and so it would be that scene that they're talking about.
Wow.
And he ends up having not really a gunfight, but he does shoot the gun out of the guy's hand, or and shoots it across the floor. And Sam Elliott would have been one of the guys at that table. Is basically the scene that he got cut out of.
Interesting.
And yet, and those two ended up being a couple eventually. Sam Elliott and Catherine Ross, but not. I don't think they started as early as that movie. But yeah, that's an interesting. Any movie that I find intriguing and sometimes it's pretty interesting how they come together. And you could maybe dare say all films are like that, but I only know about the ones I actually read about. And so yeah, it's intriguing how certain films. It's almost amazing. Some films even see the light of day. Mm-hmm. Just with all the behind-the-scenes stuff that's going on.
Yeah, some movies stay in that production stage until they die.
Sometimes they call that development hell, I believe.
They do call that, or production hell.
Or whatever,
And, I mean, there's a lot of movies that never did get finished. And so, that's always interesting to think about. I did notice here, 2006 American folk musician Etta Baker, who influenced the folk music revival of the 50s and 60s with her blend of Piedmont blues and bluegrass, died at the age of 93 on this day in history. What do you think about Etta? Were you a fan?
I have no idea.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that's going to conclude this day in history.
Okay. 434-394-0924.
Yeah, still plenty of time to call in to the show. We are broadcasting live from the Francis E. Wood studio in downtown Farmville. Give that number a call. Talk to us if you got any open. Look at that. Wow.
You ask and you shall receive.
All right. We're taking our first call for today. Caller, how are you doing today?
Oh, this caller is doing great. Thank you for asking.
It's the first time caller.
Oh, that's right. First time caller of the, yeah.
Not only of today's show, but for just, we have another call coming in.
No, I think he has another call coming in.
What?
Oh, me? No. There's phones everywhere in this house. You can't escape them.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's got more phones than we do.
Do you work at a call center?
Well, it's a helpline, so I help people with problems.
You do?
We got to put you on the air.
No.
Oh.
Better than Dr. Ruth.
Yeah.
If you remember that.
I do. I know it probably has.
The radio show, Dr. Ruth? Wasn't there Yeah.
Did she have a radio show? I just remember her on TV all the time.
Yeah, she had a radio show.
Oh, cool.
Sweet. Yes. So, I was thinking, and I think we're, only because I saw the papers this morning, and we seem to be, don't they claim, is there a claim to claim the first two college town?
The name, yes. Okay. John looks confused. John, what do you?
I didn't catch what he said.
Oh, no, he said, is that our claim to fame, a two-college town, meaning Farmville?
Oh.
Like, is that Farmville's claim to fame? And what I'm going to say might be controversial, but I believe the answer is yes. I think that's the claim. But, also, there's a lot more that happened here that it should probably be known for. But, I don't know why that's... I guess it is,
kind of
a fact, but,
But is it was it considered the first two college town, or just a two college town?
I think the first two college town.
Well, after I saw the little blurb in the papers, I think we can change our name to the first two college town with a slaughterhouse.
Ah.
So, I think that would it's more recognizable. It has a little ring to it.
It does. It does kind of add a little bit more than just... I mean, I felt like the two college town is missing something, so first two college town with a slaughterhouse does kind of add that twang.
Yeah.
Shania Twain?
Shania Twain is a great musician.
Man, I went to a concert and saw Shania Twain.
You did?
And I tell you what, those seats were so bad, I could touch the roof and the back of the building at the very top. She was like a raisin on stage.
You got the nosebleeds.
Oh, my gosh, yes. Everything bled. That was crazy.
Well, if you type in what is Farmville, VA known for, the first thing that comes up in the AI overview is Farmville, VA is known as a charming town featuring, get it, 2 colleges.
Yep.
So it does say it right
okay.
there. Longwood University and Hampton-Sydney College.
John, you shouldn't be using AI because they're going to take over one day.
Well, I'm just helping it along.
Don't let the robots take over, John.
Hey, I'm all for you.
Yep.
I am going to do it. What do you? I could be the Arnold 2000.
No, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So you never know. Anyway, you're the Reese. You need to stop it. I don't think you will.
Have you guys ever been to one of the games at the Hampton?
I've never been to a Hampton-Sydney game. No, I've been on the opposite end of putting them on the air, but I've never actually attended a game.
Yeah, we went to one last year, and it was kind of cool. You could even take your pet and sit on the lawn and watch the game.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, walk around and tailgating galore. I was pleasantly surprised.
I heard they updated their sign for keeping score. Their scoreboard has been updated.
Now they have 2 people holding up the cards as opposed to one?
Versus one. Yeah.
That was a joke.
like the boxing matches where she puts on a bathing suit top and does a lap around the track. So, yeah. But I didn't have really much to say. You guys just asking for people to call, and
I was begging and pleading. Yeah,
John was begging and pleading. I was just throwing it out there.
was okay with our monotone conversation.
Well, I don't think John.
What are you doing today? What are you going to do tomorrow? And the next day after that?
That's how you interpret it.
Yeah, what do you have planned for Christmas? What's your Christmas plan?
I think I might open some presents or something like that and have a wonderful Christmas time.
Yes, it's going to be great.
Yeah, it ought to be.
Yes, have a poster of a Christmas tree on the wall so you don't have to decorate.
That would be a great idea.
Yeah, I guess it actually would be, yes. Like almost like a 3D where you just kind of pop it open.
I'm all for that.
How do you celebrate Christmas, caller?
Oh, we finally purchased a few years ago an artificial tree, and so it's just simple, and yeah, slide presents under, presents galore. I think there's only usually 1, maybe 3 presents. I buy something for everybody. Nobody gets me anything.
That's terrible.
A hard time. Yeah, a nasty comment, kick in the shin. Yep.
Wow.
So, I know. But yeah. That's not true. Oh,
He's getting called
man.
out. Yeah. Oh, boy.
It's good radio.
That's not true.
I know. I'm in the kitchen. I sit and have some coffee in the morning in the kitchen, and then I turn off the radio, and then come somewhere private and call. And they go and they turn the radio on, I guess.
You gotta know. They gotta hear. They gotta.
Yeah, they gotta hear me spew my.
Yeah. Take notes. Take notes on.
No. Oh my. So that's that. That's the life of a. Of what?
What am I? Okay. Yeah. I mean,
yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, other than being known for a 2-college town, obviously, the civil rights movement was, Martin Luther King Jr. Stopped by Farmville, by that church that I always thought that was a very cool fact. Of Farmville. It's just like it's interesting. A lot of old, structures and buildings, very historic buildings in Farmville. That's very cool.
Yeah.
This one mentions Greenfront Furniture Showroom. It also mentions the High Bridge Trail.
Of course.
Outdoor recreation. And it does mention the historical significance playing a role in the civil rights movement at the Robert Russell Moton Museum.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, and even I guess you get to drive through 3/4 of a mile of fast food restaurants before you get to the two college towns.
Yes.
The best way to celebrate history is to eat.
I don't understand.
Yes.
I don't understand why. I don't want to come off as sounding, and I don't want to sound snobbish when I say this, but like there are too many fast food restaurants in Farm. I think there's
blasphemy.
I think there's just too many restaurants in Farmville in general.
I think there's too many restaurants.
I looked it up one day.
Yeah.
And I was shocked to find out how many restaurants there actually are in Farmville.
Maybe we should be known as the town of restaurants then.
It would be interesting to find how many fast food restaurants per
mile
per people. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, is it one restaurant for 7 people or something?
Someone who lives somewhere where there's not as many eatery places, I think you are spoiled by your.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying eat like
abundancy.
No, here's what I'm saying though. You know, eatery is one thing, but also having a grocery store, something, because like Food Lion's good and Walmart's good. But that's the only two options. I think it would be cool to have like a natural kind of. And obviously, there's the farmers market on Saturday, but that's not open all year. You know.
Well, that's why you grow your own.
What if you want like in fresh vegan, cool vegan food? Like where do you get that? I mean, you can't get it. What if you want a what is it called? An Impossible Burger?
I feel like if you want to eat grass, you just grab it from the ground and go for it.
I bet you think that too.
Yeah,
I bet you actually believe that.
You
truly.
want a nice grass sandwich. There's plenty of it around. You just grab yourself a whole handful and go to town.
It's interesting, but like I feel like there's something to be said about cooking at home and making a meal from scratch, and also the aroma that will linger in your home. It will linger in your home, John, of cooking. Like, I mean, if you ever roasted garlic on the stove, you know that it smells like a restaurant for like a couple of days.
Well,
like,
I leave the garlic outside so that people like you can't like come in.
If you leave garlic outside, I'm like a mouse. I'll follow the garlic trail. You know.
Okay.
So
I have lots of holy water and garlic.
Yes, and based on that, I wonder why they don't have, you know how they have plug-in air fresheners and things. Why they don't have the cooking scent?
Yeah,
it smells like you just. What else should a kitchen smell like? Not potpourri or to smell like baked bread or
fresh baked.
bread. Yep.
All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for our time today. We do got to get going now, but thank you so much for calling in, caller. We appreciate it.
Well, thanks for grabbing my time, guys. Thanks.
All right. Take it easy.
All righty.
Bye.
Goodbye.
That was a first-time caller calling in. And I will say this, though. I'll mention one more birthday. It's actually tomorrow. Jim Henson. Was born tomorrow, the 24th of September, in Greenville, Mississippi.
Very talented man.
Very talented. Well, on that note, we do got to get going. Thank you for your calls today, and we'll be talking at you soon. Goodbye.